What's going on, YouTube world? Austin Lewis here, coming to you guys with another video. Before I even jump into any of this, make sure go comment and like this video. If you haven't already, make sure and subscribe, and as well as follow me on Instagram, as well as the man, the myth, the absolute legend, Mr. RD3 Media. The man, the myth. As you guys saw in the thumbnail, this video is the truth about Instagram money. So a lot of you guys have been following me on Instagram. A lot of you guys have been following me on YouTube. Know that obviously I own a social media agency. I own a real estate company as well as an ATM company. And at the end of the day, you know, Instagram is where I made the majority of my money. But honestly, it's really difficult to make Instagram money. You can't make a lot of Instagram money. It's not something I would suggest that you do or get into. I was just joking. Instagram money, social media money is real, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2019. We're going into 2020. And if you are not building your personal brand, if you are not growing on Instagram, if you are not growing on YouTube, if you are not growing on Facebook, if you are not growing on these social media platforms, then you are ultimately going to lose, especially if you're a business owner. Let me tell you, there's so much money to make in Instagram. With Instagram, so many people ask me on a daily basis, Austin, how much money have you made from Instagram? I tell them a lot, but hey, how do I justify how much I've made on Instagram when my connections that I made on Instagram have made me more money than money that directly has paid me from Instagram? Does that make sense? The money that you can make, the direct ROI is a lot, right? Is a lot. I have people that personally come from Instagram and pay me, is a lot, but indirectly I make so much more money because of the relationships and the connections that I'm able to make with people on a daily basis. Why? Because of a personal brand. Why? Because of a large social media following. Why? Because of a large Instagram following. Why? Because I've invested into myself, right? There is so much out there. So many people. I get questions all the time by realtors, for example, that say, Austin, you know, why would I want to build my social presence? Why would I want to build my Instagram? Why would I want to build my personal brand? Do you realize that while you're sitting 5 open houses, or you're sitting an open house, do you realize when you're sitting that open house that you're sitting, you could have 5 people walk in, you could have 10 people walk in, you could have 100 people walk in, and I, every single day of the week, will be able to outperform you. And the reason being is because all I gotta do is take a nice little Instagram story of that house, that same house that you showed 8 people today, and show 200,000+ people on my Instagram, 200,000+ people on my Instagram, that same house. My partner in one of my businesses had somebody from Croatia, because of Instagram, refer her sister that just moved to Phoenix, wants to buy a $500,000 to $1 million house on Instagram. She's from Croatia. Her sister just moved to Phoenix. Her sister wants to buy a $500,000 to $1 million home here in Phoenix. Because of Instagram, that connection, that relationship resulted into cash flow, right? So while everybody else is out there trying to work harder, I'm over here trying to work smarter. I'm trying to reach more people via social media, my personal brand. Because in 2020, that's where it's all at. No longer do you look at the billboards on the side of the roads. You pay attention more to those YouTube ads that you guys get, the Instagram ads that you guys get. You ever notice that when you go on Google and you search for Gucci, you search for an Airbnb, you search for a clothing, you search for shoes, and I'll bet that same day when you go onto Instagram and you're scrolling on Instagram, those ads of those shoes, those ads of that Airbnb, those ads of that specific real estate person or that specific trader, guess what? They're on your Instagram. It's 2020. We're going into it. Treat it like that. There's so much money that you can make directly from building your personal brand, and there's so much money that you can make indirectly from building your personal brand. It's something that you have to do and that you're going to want to do, especially if you're an entrepreneur. If you're not an entrepreneur, you're going to get left behind. If you're an entrepreneur and you're not building your personal brand, you're going to get left behind. If you're not an entrepreneur, you have no idea why to build your personal brand. That was me too. That was me too. But me building my personal brand was a result to me becoming an entrepreneur. Because the more people that view your stuff, the more people that see your stuff, the more people that know who you are, guess what? The more opportunities that you guys have. Hopefully you guys got value in this video. If it doesn't inspire you to go out there and absolutely crush your personal brand, the truth behind Instagram money, there's a lot of it out there. And there's so much to take that you need to be taking advantage of. If you guys are interested in growing your Instagram with a legacy, the link will be below. Make sure we can view 1 million stories a day on behalf of your account. We're absolutely crushing it. If you guys don't like this system, I'll refund you within 48 hours. Try it for 24 hours, and if you don't like it, I'll refund you within 48 hours. But as always, man, make sure and subscribe. Make sure to like, comment on this video. We're gonna get to freaking 1 billion subs. You guys are asking how. Don't ask the how, I just know the what. I don't know the how, and you don't need to know the how. I already don't know the how, but we know that what, and that is 1 million subscribers. So let's go out there and make this thing happen. We'll see you guys in the next video.